We're starting it all over again with a What Happened on My Universe mode. Yep, it's Monday Night Raw. Once again, we begin another wrestling week with some fireworks. Yay! This time we were in Saskatoon in Canada, and we opened the show with the WWE Champion, not Sami Zayn. He was starting the show though against the WWE Champion Bray Wyatt, but before Bray Wyatt could get to the ring, he was accosted by one Randall Keith Orton, who attacked him before the match and threw him into the steps and stuff. Being the big gruff and tough man he is, Bray Wyatt was okay to go, but was that a mistake? Because Sami Zayn took advantage, kicking him in the back and hitting him with a forearm. He then hit a senton and a neckbreaker before eventually Bray Wyatt was able to gain a bit of advantage. After hitting a crossbody, Bray Wyatt nailed a couple of big moves, including a suplex and the uranagi, but after that he went for a punch. Sami Zayn reversed it and hit him with a big drop kick, and then the exploder into the corner, following that up with the slowest haluva kick ever. Bray Wyatt could not get up after the onslaught, and Sami Zayn was victorious and got a pinfall over the champ. Next up was women's #1 contender Natalya. She was going to showcase her skills against Summer Rae, who we don't see very often, do we? As soon as the bell rang, Natalya took advantage with a big power slam and an Alabama slam, but eventually Summer Rae would get a bit of control, smacking Natalya in the face, hitting a DDT and choking her down. She tried to lock her in a rest hold, but Natalya was ready for that and elbowed her way out of it. From then, Natalya went full speed ahead, first hitting a forearm and then a Michinoku driver. She followed that with the Natty by Nature clothesline and then locked on the sharpshooter. Summer Rae tried to fight it off, but she couldn't do it and eventually would tap out, and Natalya was victorious, showcasing her skills as stated. We've not seen a promo in a while, so it was about time someone grabbed a mic, and Braun Strowman was the man to do it. Strowman started off by moaning at the crowd, saying that no one's going to be laughing anymore when he's done. He then said that someone backstage he didn't get anything, and he then called him out. It was Brock Lesnar. And this is not the real WWE, this is my WWE, which means Brock Lesnar actually turns up, and the US champion did exactly that. Despite being called out, Brock Lesnar apologised for interrupting his little stump speech. He then said he had an itch for a fight, a real bad itch, and that when he's finished with him, he's going to beat him so badly that people will fear getting in his way. Braun Strowman replied by kicking him in the balls. Braun Strowman had apparently not finished his reply and continued with a massive spinebuster, then throwing Brock out the ring and hitting him with the steel steps. From then on, the computer wouldn't let me carry on, so it just ended with a clothesline and that usual cutscene. As those two behemoths stared at each other, it was time for another match, and this one was going to be a good one, as Kevin Owens, who's still the new face of America on here, was facing off against the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. The first one to hit moves in this match was Sheamus, who nailed Kevin Owens with a sit-out spinebuster and then a brutal breaker. Apparently that's what the commentator calls it. After a suplex, he then went to the turnbuckle and took off the pad, but would that bite him in the bum? Yes, because Kevin Owens kneed him after that, took him down and then threw him into the corner. Owens continued the offense with a TKO neckbreaker and then another throw into the corner. He then went for that fake out package pile driver. Despite his turnbuckle plan failing, Sheamus did manage to get the advantage back eventually and used it wisely as he hit Kevin Owens with a back superplex and then gouged his eyes. He didn't gouge the eyes enough though, because Kevin Owens saw the brogue kick coming and clotheslined Sheamus down. He then nailed him with a horrible knee to the back of the neck and then an actual package pile driver, and no one gets up from an actual package pile driver. Kevin Owens was victorious. Before the main event, we headed backstage as #1 contender Natalya was getting attacked brutally by women's champion Paige. After a few weapon shots, Paige hit a fall-away slam through a table on Natalya, then hit the Paige turner and speared her into a TV, which broke it. That's when you know it's bad. She finished it off with a rampage, and then we headed off to our main event, which featured the tag team champions John Cena, Roman Reigns, Team Fuckboy! Their opponents tonight were Gallows and Anderson, and before they could finish their entrance, the club were in the ring attacking and managed to get the advantage, which isn't something you do very often against Team Fuckboy. Luke Gallows isolated John Cena by getting rid of Roman Reigns and then tagged into Anderson for some double teamness. Anderson then hit a proper DVD, not an AA, and a big boot to the face before tagging back into Luke Gallows, who nailed John Cena with a chokeslam. The club hit the magic killer on Cena and Roman Reigns was disposed of by Gallows, and for the first time someone beat Team Fuckboy. That's it for another What Happened on My Universe mode. Nitro next. Like and subscribe.